Hello everyone, it's Krystal Diaz here, and I hope everybody had a lovely Eastern long weekend, and I hope that you were able to spend time with those that you love. For my husband and I, we stayed home pretty much the whole time, but we did do a mini Easter egg scavenger hunt for our kids, and so they had fun. We had fun hiding the eggs on different parts of our apartment and letting them run around and try to find them. So yes, we had a lovely Easter weekend. I hope you guys did too. So for today's tip of the week video, I wanted to just look at, keep things really simple and short and still give you guys a lot of something to work on this week, is this concept of vowels, right? So you guys know already, if you've been going through the trainings, that vowels are one of the core concepts. So find your vowel is training video number 4. And that is really important because vowels is where the sound moves, right? That's where I always say, the melody of a song lives and travels on the vowels. So finding a vowel in whatever lyrics that you're using, whether it's English or Thai or Mandarin or Cantonese, vowels are really important. And in order to really understand how to find those vowels, we have to learn to hear it. So this week, I would love for you guys to pay particular attention when you're practicing on not just the shape of the vowels, but in particular, how your tongue position, so where your tongue is being placed. I want you to pay attention to where your tongue tends to want to slide and how different positions of the tongue can create different sound qualities acoustically in your voice. So let me give you an example. One of the trickiest words to sustain on in English is the word world. So part of your world, it's a wonderful world, a whole new world, right? All of these words, all of these songs that I use examples of, they all have the word world, and not only that, but they're also sustained. So sustaining is hard on the word world because it's spelled W-O-R-L-D. And the R-L-D, the 3 consonants at the back, is very tricky if you are not being mindful of what vowel you're holding. So, for example, say the song, whatever song it is, and I have to sing the word world, and I have to sustain it, say on this note in my range. So if I'm not careful with my vowel, I could very easily my tongue will start to drift back. Let me show you what that sounds like. World. You hear how my tongue moves? This is my tongue. Okay, we're going to use that as a visual example. World. Do you see how the hump? If you just listen, it sounds like my sound is getting blocked, right? So let me show you what it sounds like when I position my tongue on purposefully in a different way. So I go world, but if I think instead of doing that, I go world, world, world. And I position my tongue in a more forward-fronted placement. I don't mean I stick it out. I just mean shifting it slightly forward. And how I do that, I actually gauge that by listening. I listen to the sound that I like to hear. World would be too much, right? So I balance that out. So let me show you again in succession. The first example is my tongue too far back. I have to check back in the video to make sure that you guys can actually hear that, but I hope you can hear that huge shift. As I'm shifting my tongue position, as I'm shifting it, you can hear acoustically that changes the quality of the sound. It makes a huge difference if you're singing a song and you're not aware that actually your tongue tends to drift backwards. What oftentimes I hear people do is that they start really well, but in the sustain, like halfway through the sustain, their tongue starts to migrate or shift backwards. So I'll show you an example. Maybe you'll sing, and it starts great, world, but because as you're sustaining, you're thinking to yourself, I must finish the word by the time I finish the sustain. We don't want to do that. We want to hold the vowel as much as possible, hold the vowel for as long as that sustain is. The very last minute, we can shape the RLD. So if I'm holding this for a count of, say, 4, world, you see how at the very end, world, then I lightly pronounce the RLD. And that opens up my sound so much more, and it gives me, it's easier for me to do vibrato. I don't know if you guys heard that earlier. World, the vibrato. It's that bouncy sound that you hear. It's so hard to create a nice vibrato, a nice free vibrato, if your tongue is all backed up and it's like you're sticking your tongue in the back here, and it's affecting the acoustic space that you have to play with. So try that out. What you could do for guys, I would recommend you practice down here or here. World, world. So the vowel is world, right? Just go back and forth in these notes. You can come back down. World, world. For girls, you want to maybe a little higher. World, world, world. Come back down. World, world. So that's a little exercise that you can try to start to become aware of how the positioning of your tongue can make a huge difference to the quality of your sustains and just the way that your voice sounds acoustically. So before we wrap up, I want you guys to check out this link that I'm going to post, which is a live recording video of Lea Salonga and the original singers of the cartoon Aladdin, Brad Kane, that's his name. So it's Lea Salonga and Brad Kane. They're performing. They are the original Aladdin and Jasmine of the cartoon version. And they're performing A Whole New World live on Good Morning America. And the reason why I wanted to show you this is because the song is called A Whole New World, right? So I really want you to pay attention, to watch the video. You can start about halfway through because the first section is just interviews. And then people are just talking. And then we start from when they're actually singing. And notice for both Brad Kane and Lea Salonga, how intentional, how clearly you can hear the vowel of not just the word world, but all of them. Like any sustain that you hear, they're so intentional and so clear about holding that vowel, and I think it's really obvious when you watch through it. So do check out this link that I'm going to post with this video. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, do let me know. And again, April 23rd, that's a date I want you guys to remember. April 23rd, that's when doors open, enrollment opens for the online Vocal Academy's Inner Circle membership program. It's a monthly membership program, and on April 23rd, if you're on the waiting list, you will get first access to enroll. First 10 people get to do some one-on-one training with me. And I would love for you guys to join in. It's been so much fun working with you all, and I would love to continue this journey with you all in the Online Vocal Academy. April 23rd is when enrollment starts. And I'm also going to post a link as well for you guys to sign up for the wait list if you haven't already done so. And if you love this stuff that we're doing, we're going to be doing more of it, and I'm going to be bringing in guests, some surprise guests that are going to get lined up, and it's a way for me and you to continue this relationship and this journey on a long-term basis. So great. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and check out the links and let me know if you have any comments and questions. Keep posting, keep singing, and I'll see you guys next time.